Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental rune reading for the week of September 28th through October 4th of 2025. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements versus the zodiac, there's links in the description for that. There's also a bunch of other goodies down there if you're curious. And there's a natal interpretation chart. If you've never had your charts read, it's a really fun way to kind of see what is going on in your base alignment, kind of your foundational level. Gives you your 12 houses and then 10 to 20 pages of what all those signs and symbols mean. And there's even a little section in there on your elemental alignment, which is actually pretty fun. So with that, we'll get started. And we'll start off with our fire family, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, all of our salamander family out there. We are going to look at your first rune is the Isa rune, the rune of ice. And its color is black, tarot association is the hermit, and astrology is the moon. And this is an obstacle, coldness between people, a time to observe and keep silent, refrain from comment. So fire. It almost sounds like there might be some drama going on around you that you may not be involved in, but there may be. I'm getting this image, and you can align with this or not, of someone's like trying to pull you into this drama, and the ice is like, nope, stay out of this. This is not your fight. This is not your headache. So whatever's going on here, it's definitely about you staying on the outside of it and observing. And when it's talking about refraining from comment, it could be not repeating any of the gossip that might be going around this situation. It could mean a lot of different ways of staying silent. But it's really wanting to emphasize this whole, there's somebody like, I keep saying a lasso, being tossed in, like trying to pull you into this discussion. And the energy that's coming forward here is be the hermit, be outside of it, observe it, don't get involved. Your second rune is the Uraz rune. It is color of dark green, tarot association is the high priestess, and astrology is Taurus. So this is some of that grounding energy that works with the hermit. We have creative power, wisdom, and knowledge, good fortune, opportunity, and fire. This ties right into you, though. There's a little bit of amorous energy here, so a little bit of that sexual fire is popping up this week. So I'm getting this very strong image in my head that this is the Isa is work, so avoid the drama there, but the Uraz is calling you home. And it's actually where you're building something together. This could be the start of a new family, proposal, moving in together. Could be a pregnancy showing up. There's a lot of fertile energy with this second rune. And when we have the high priestess, we're also getting a little bit of this speaking for the goddess energy, where she gets to come through and actually reveal herself through the high priestess. And when you have Taurus, that's a great foundational energy. So the Isa rune is saying at work, just stay out of the drama this week, fire. It's not worth it. But at home, you may have some other stuff going on that could be inspiring some creative urges. So that could be fun. So let's take a peek at our Earth family, which is where Taurus hangs out with Virgo and Capricorn. All of our gnome family out there. And Taurus, your first rune is the Kano rune, which is the rune of fire or the torch. Color is light red. Tarot association is the chariot, and astrology is Venus. A creative fire, awakening artistic impulses, passion, and sexual desire. Okay, so since fire just had an earth coming in with some amorous energy, and now earth is having fire amorous energy, I'm gonna say there's some earth fire things going on. So if you have earth and fire high in your chart, you could be having a really fun week this week at home. Or if your earth and your partner's fire, or vice versa, there could be some electricity going on. So have fun with that. But there's also this energy of something is being created. Again, going back to what fire was being told, this is a time for, at home, some very powerful new beginnings, some powerful shifts that are calling you into a higher state. And it's also a deepening of connection. And with Chariot and Venus coming up, you really don't have a lot of slowdown period here, Earth. This is going to be a little bit of a busy week, but it's going to be a very fun week. And it could be busy just at home with your partner too, because the energy that's coming forward is more at home than it is at work here. Your second rune is the Anzus rune, which is the ancestral energy, the god Odin. Color is dark blue, tarot association is death, and astrology is Mercury. When we look at the tarot death, it doesn't mean what you might think. It doesn't mean something's dying, it means something has to come to an end for something else to begin. So it's maybe putting away some bad habits. It could be a shifting of how you look at life. There could be a lot of different things going on here. We have signifies wisdom and help from someone older. It can also show up with magic, psychic powers, where there could be an initiation. A lot of times in the older terms, when you talk about death, it's not in ritual circles, I should say, it's not about ending in the fact of your life ends. It's the ending of who you used to be. And when you have the Kano fire and torch coming in, tying itself to the ancestral Anzus with god Odin, this is really saying it is time for a massive change. You're going to enjoy a lot of the steps along the way, fire. We'll just leave it at that. But you're also calling in this energy of something shifting and changing. Someone older, it could be someone who you're seeking advice from. It could be a counselor. It could be someone who's been there, done that. But there's also saying that this is a powerful time for magic. This is a powerful time for things changing. And I love the definition of magic is change in accordance with will, because that's really what it is. If you're really putting the energy into it, is you're calling in your capital W will, the divine will. And when that thing kicks in, not much stands in its way. So you have got a really powerful week here, Earth, and it's really saying, what are you willing to create? What are you building? What is happening in your life that is triggering that Kano fire to light you up in the best possible way? Let's hop over to our air family, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, all of our sylphs. And air, you are starting off with the Wunjo rune, which is the rune of joy. Color is yellow, tarot association is strength, and astrology is Leo, so you're building off that fire energy as well. It's happiness and harmony between people, a situation changing for the better. Air, if you've been dealing with... If something's been going on at home is what I'm feeling with this, this is a time where that's going to settle down. Whether you're alone, living alone, or with a partner, it could be something financial. It could be like the water heater went out or whatever. This week, things are going to settle down, but you have the fire energy with Leo and the energy of strength coming in, saying you have the ability to lead through all of this. And it's actually going to put you in a really good spot by the end of the week. They're saying that this is a time where you get to kind of show your leadership abilities and you get to shine. So air, you really are in a take charge kind of energy here, which is great. Your second rune is the Gibo rune, which is blessings and generosity. We also have color of deep blue, tarot association is the lovers, astrology is Pisces. So air, you're in an interesting position this week, because you're balancing Pisces and Leo, which is powerful fire and very powerful water. And you've got strength and lovers, so there's definitely some soulmate type energy coming in, some divine connections building. And Gibo, continuing here, is a sign of gifts, generosity, and giving, coming together and relationships becoming deeper. In your household, there's this definitely a shift occurring, and it's taking things to the next level. It's taking things into a deeper connection, soul to soul versus just mind to mind or body to body. You're actually becoming so in tune this week where you don't really have to talk. You can almost hear each other's thoughts, which is kind of fun. They're really saying that this week is more focused inwards into the home and the family and the relationship, not so much with outside things like the job, those things that are outside of the home. This is really a connecting energy between you two at home. And so the focus they want to bring forward is work. You're always going to have that. But your energy this week is definitely connecting with the partner, coming into your own with each other, and allowing that energy to expand, grow, and really blossom between the two of you. And if you happen to have munchkins running about, they're very much a part of this connection between you, because without that, they wouldn't exist. So spend time with them, but also remember to spend time with each other. Like schedule a date night and drop the munchkins off at grandma's house. That way you can really spend quality time with each other. And my guides are being funny right now. And when you go out to dinner, don't talk about house and bills. Talk about something fun, something frivolous, just something to get your mind off of the chaos of the everyday world. So let's hop over to our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies out there. And we are looking into, turn the page because I'm on the wrong page, the Algae's rune, which is a rune of protection. Colors gold, tarot association is the moon, and astrology is Cancer. So we are walking right into water energy here. It's protection from danger, resisting temptation, new beginnings are possible. Water. Even when the waves crash, there's always a place of protection. And right now, there might be a little bit of upturning the boat a little bit. There might be some shaking going on. I'm hearing that this is not a negative thing in the long term. Right now, it feels a little rough because stuff's shaking and shifting. But that's where those new beginnings are coming in. And tap into your deepest connection to Source with this week coming up. Really embrace the pillar of light that you carry with you and allow God Source Divine to come in and actually guide you. This week, like I said, there's a little bit of ocean wave stuff going on here where it might feel like you're being battered a little bit, but the reality is you're being cleansed, you're being washed. So yes, things might be getting knocked around, but as the tide goes back out, it's taking all the nonsense with it, leaving you clean, leaving you connected to that golden energy. So you're really in a healthy, I might not feel great at the moment, but it's going to be a healthy situation. Your second rune is the Sowilo rune, which is the rune of the sun. Colors of white and silver. You can toss gold in there too if you would like. Tarot association and astrology are both the sun. This is a rune for good health and happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, and success. Water, the energy that's coming in right now is just, it's really saying things are going to turn out all right. It may not feel that way at the first of the week. You may feel this being battered by the waves, but remember, you have to maybe have that something knocked loose, washed off, scrubbed down. Sometimes it has to be knocked out of your hands so that you'll let it go. And that allows you to actually embrace the success that is coming. The sun is bringing greatness with it. It's that gold, the silver, this beautiful empowered energy. And the sun in the tarot is talking about success, things going the right way, something that was maybe hidden even though it was great is being brought into the light where it can shine with its most brilliance. This could be a week where you deal with some shadow energy working that you're sorting through. And remember, when we work through shadow, we take the lessons that we've repressed and pull them forward and actually get to reveal their splendor, which most of the time what we drag out of our shadows and clean is really much more of a diamond than it was a lump of coal when we tossed it in there, because we didn't know any better. And that's the energy that's coming up this week, water, is it's really about getting ready for this shift and working through it. May not be the most easy thing in the world to do, but the after effects are going to be amazing. So overall, for everyone this week, there's definitely a little bit of Eros coming in this week. You have this very passionate energy across the board, really. All four energies have it to a certain extent. But there's also this promise of the future. And water, you're the one who has the most rocking and rolling as far as like the ocean waves battering. So it might be a little bit more of a, I can't see the future yet. That's fine. It's on its way because the sun's coming in for you at the end. But the rest, you're definitely going to see a shift, whether it's turning inward or turning outward. There is some energy moving around here, and it's really going to be an awesome and fun week. water, find reasons to smile, especially the first part, because it will get better. With that, I will let you guys and gals go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions, and I will see you in the next video.